You have a strategy to get clients coming back to your clinic, because it's all well and great to have a strategy to get people in the door. You're running paid ads to bring them in, but how do you get them to keep coming back? Because that's what we want. If you can stretch out your client instead of coming 2 or 3 times only to coming 12 times, that's so much more income. And it's actually more profitable to keep those clients and keep them coming back than continually getting new clients. So we're just going to run through some of the different strategies we use with our clients to help them achieve that. So the first off is email marketing and SMS. Now, email marketing, yes, you've got the stats, how many people open the email, how many people click on it, but it is just as important how many land in the inbox, because that's a real thing. I don't know about you, but I don't like emails. I don't like people emailing me. But when I see people's name pops up, it's a reminder. I might not click on the link to make a booking, but it gets me to start thinking about them. It reminds me of the brand, keeps me engaged, and keeps me interested. I do delete them straight away, but it's that reminder. And this is what a lot of people do as well. Yes, they might see the name in the promos folder, and that's enough to trigger to get them to start thinking about it. SMS, sending that as well, welcoming them, saying they're part of the VIP clinic. They're great. Those channels are quite expensive. And yes, you can send it out to everyone, but just say you've got 20,000 people on your list because you've been operating 10 years. That's a lot of people who aren't going to open it, a lot of spam. Problem is, if it's that many, you're going to have a really high unsubscribe rate, high rate of people reporting you as spam, not landing in the inbox. So you do need to keep it clean. What I really love to do is send it to people who visited within the last 6 months. Or if it's a big promo, within the last 12 months. This is where ideally your online booking system should be connecting. So for example, Timely, MailChimp, connect them up, Square, MailChimp, connect them up, so the data flows through. That way you can send it more targeted, and you can send it to people based on what treatment they've had. For example, if they've been getting laser and then you've got a laser sale, you can send it directly to those people using segmentation. That's how to get the best results. If you just send it to everyone, it's not great, especially if they haven't heard from you and they haven't seen your name for months or years. They're not going to appreciate it. They're not even going to remember coming to your clinic. So it is important that if you do it, you stay consistent. Depending on what you offer, you can actually have a post-visit automation. So when they make a booking, you might have the automation to send them a message about the booking and maybe a one-day reminder saying click yes to confirm. But after the visit, you can automate it. I know some clinics like calling the people to ask how they're going, but you can automate it while still remaining human. And that is, you can send the text messages, making it all warm and friendly in your brand voice, asking them how they're going, how the results they've had. And then you can remind them 3 weeks later, have you booked in for your next treatment? Would love to see you. Depending on what software, you can cancel it if they've already booked another appointment. That helps them keep coming back. There's a few other ways. Yes, your social media, keeping them engaged, keep posting stories so they can see the behind the scenes content and stay engaged. That's good. Your social media, doing paid ads. You can run retargeting ads, targeting people with dedicated ads who have visited your clinic before. So that you can upload your customer data, export it from your email system or your online booking system, and upload it to Facebook ads. And you can send targeted ads just to those people to re-engage them and get them to book. That's another way. Other ways are loyalty programs. So reward those people who keep coming back. And you can have them where for every dollar they spend, they might get a point that they can use towards a future treatment. They might win a rewards voucher. Problem is, don't set those expectations too hard to reach. For example, if they need 10, 20 treatments, they're going to get disengaged. Try and have a little mini step. For example, one of the hairdressing clinics, did it really well. And they had, on your second visit, you might get a free little hair treatment to go with it. On their fourth visit, you might get a 20% off a products if you purchase some. Little stepping stones that they can do. They can mark off it, they can be rewarded, And those little rewards along the way do give them that little dopamine hit and keep them engaged, especially if it's something extra like a free LED treatment with a facial. Just makes them feel happy and strengthens their connection to your brand and their perception of you about how much they like you. It's really good. The rewards and build the excitement, getting them excited for that big reward at the end. That's one way. You can do this if you've got Square, you can use it through their platform, or even old school, just with the paper, with the cards. But people do lose those. And the other way is memberships. And these are really, really growing in popularity. You can use a Glow memberships, and that's one of the really good ones. And you can have set memberships, just say 4 that you promote, where they're a set weekly amount that people pay and they get all these inclusions. What I love though is making them extra value. You want to give the people an incentive. Yes, so to say you can continue booking per month the treatment, but if you sign up to the membership, you actually get all this extra value included. You can make them 6 or 12 months. 6 seems a bit safer for people though, but you can try and upgrade them to 12 months. With there, you can also do customized treatment plans as well. But the thing I find is when doing the customized treatment plan, you are asking them, takes a bit more work, a bit more energy, and a bit more emotional buy-in for them to do it. Whereas if you have the set plans, which is a lot easier if you do facials, you can say, okay, your facial is $250 today, or if you'd like, sign up to this membership and it will only be $35 today. That's going to get a lot more buy-in. And when you're having that conversation, you hold a little brochure, a piece of paper with that written on it, they're going to get so much more buy-in because it's easier. There's just a yes or no question. Whereas if you do customize, it's a bit more work on them and they're like, oh, I'll think about it. There is apparently a new one coming out where they can just pay a weekly amount or a set amount into it. And once the amount is built up, they can then do treatments. It's going to be perfect for injectable treatments, laser treatments, where they don't want to be locked in. They can just spend the money when they need. Another great way is if you offer a first-time facial, instead of doing skin analysis, offer people a first-time facial and give them a welcome pack. You can do this even if you don't offer the facials. And that is a welcome pack. And from that, they can get a discount code to purchase some products. And they get a little voucher to use towards a future treatment, say $50, if they come back within 4 weeks. That's to keep them engaged. And then they might have another one if they come back within 8 weeks. This is to start building that habit with them and encouraging them to revisit. Those welcome packs can be really, really powerful. They instantly build the connection, goodwill, and they can be a great point of word of mouth referrals, especially if you include a little voucher that they can give to their customers. And with that welcome pack, you can then position it as, you come and you get $150 of free value with your first treatment. Really, really powerful. Shows the value. They're winning. It's safe because they're going to get so much more value. And it serves the purpose of getting them to keep coming back. Highly recommend you have a retention strategy because it's not just getting people in the door, it's getting them to come back. Because yes, getting them to spend more, not just come back repeatedly, but how to get them to spend more with each treatment can have such a big impact on your bottom line.